Hello, Retroburn here. It's another episode of Let's Listen to Retroburn Wet His Pants. So this is Amnesia, Dark Descent, and so far I've been unnerved, and that's saying quite a lot because I haven't even encountered anything yet. So the insanity affects the way the game, messes with your vision. It's just unnerving. Okay, oh. So into the breach. Oh man, oh man. Okay, fuck. Fragrant tastes of rose lingered in his mouth. Turkish delights, he thought, just like the ones at the consulate in Constantinople. So I'm guessing red doors are one-way affairs. Okay, so now we can run. That's quite helpful. Yep, red doors are one-way affairs. So red doors are the equivalent of Doom 1 and 2's end level portals. So I'm guessing that because the game now allows us to run, I think we're going to have our first encounter with whatever's haunting this place. So I'm going to do a quick 15-minute run again of this game, because anything less and I mean anything more. What, I can't crouch? Like, how am I going to hide if... Holy fuck.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
Okay, so that's where we're supposed to go. Because the note we left for ourselves reads that we have to go to the inner sanctum. But leave no stone unturned, I always say, so yep. Picked up oil, picked up tinderbox. I still am not familiar with what parts of the inventory mean, like, okay, so health and sanity journal, that's oil. I still have no idea about the oil level in our lantern, so yep, no idea. So let's see. Daniel's note to self. Okay, so we've already seen this. No diaries are available. Mementos, nothing there. I wonder if you could, there you go. So we can throw things by just pressing down the left mouse button and then pressing the right mouse button. So that's quite helpful if we need to distract our adversaries, monsters, or whatever will come at us. So releasing left mouse button just drops the object you're holding. How far can we throw chairs? Not so much. Fuck. What's in your box? These things are making slithering noises. Okay, there's a painting, but we can't do anything about it. Holy shit. Okay, so no go. So it's off to the inner sanctum. Maybe we can use this as, I don't know, to throw things at the monsters, distract it to run away, like a scared little girl. Up! Up is always good. Let's go. Ah, I'm not going there. I'm throwing my middle finger at this game. Not okay. Red, another red door. So the door slammed shut behind him, and he knew he would never again see the old tailor at Berkeley Square. Another lone soul in London seemed appropriate somehow. Okay, so we've managed to... Oh gods, no, I think... Okay, so they're not one-way affairs. The statues are praying, gazing to the dark dome ceiling. So let's go there, see what it holds. I'm starting to get the feeling that all these descriptions describe the life of what sort of Indiana Jones researcher, or a boy in, you know, desert surroundings. No way out, as expected.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it
I
impossible
was right.
to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
You know, I kind of wish this was an RPG and we have spells and stuff. Because it would make for a great, you know, mummy story. Us against some great ancient one. So like I've said, this game has Lovecraftian themes. I must remember to always push and pull. The game says to just click on right click to... Whoa, why are we having some... So it's dark in there. And okay, we're cool now. Nothing here. Okay, we'll just light this candlestick so we won't go insane. There you go. And we should close this. It says to click on... Wait, there you go. So you depress the... You hold the left mouse button while pressing right click, and then go slam the door shut. So I thought it was just, you know, pressing right click by its lonesome, and but that way doesn't do anything. It's just your regular push pull. So I still can crouch. Oh, there you go. So it's control not C. And it's a toggle. So I should watch out for that. No sense in running away from monsters while duck walking across the castle. So all my love for all things Lovecraft has led me to this. The scariest game in the video game industry, and I'm such a pussy when it comes to, you know, stealth games, horror ones where you can do anything, where you can do jack shit about the Monsters. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg, is to recommend my services at the Prussian royal court and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break this seal. Wilhelm, House of Gen. How do you pronounce that? Genrich. Whatever. So how do I extinguish this? You can't. So that's one thing we need to keep in mind. You know, you just can't light. We just can't light everything willy-nilly, and then you know that'll expose us to whatever is lurking in these halls. So we can go there. If something chases us, we can only go back. Because if we go here, we've already lighted the candle and we can't do jack shit. I mean, we can't barricade ourselves in either because the cabinets can't be moved. And I hope you don't mind the noise, but the neighbor's dogs are causing all sorts of havoc. Okay, so so Daniel scares easily. You just cross this hall here and all sorts of things start to there you go. Yeah, the insanity meter, the intangible invisible sanity meter that dictates how long we should. The door is slightly ajar. Fuck that. Not going anywhere near there. Okay, nothing. Oh, lights, precious lights. Okay, 3 more minutes and I'll be saved by the bell. Cause we only do 15 minutes Amnesia sessions. Because that's how I roll. That's how awesome I am. We can't go beyond 15. Because I'll turn into a mouse or a pumpkin or both.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the steps with broken steps.
Kidding.
The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
How did he manage to get out of there? So all these talk about strange statues that he felt an unnerving affinity for. Reminds me of the novella written by Lovecraft, Shadow of Innsmouth. I won't spoil anything for you, but the ending had some revelation that explained why he had a feeling of affinity for that place. So yeah, but as I mentioned, shit, it's dark here. Fuck. Okay, we'll just explore the brighter sides of the buildings first before we go into the great unknown. Because that's how I roll. Right, Retro? Keep telling yourself that. So the 15-minute mark, and I hope we can save here. And yep, we can, I think. So I'm going to save here, and I'll continue my vid later because I've got things to do. And as I've said, we're going just to do 15-minute increments. So if you like this video, guys, if you like this series to continue, please like and subscribe. Would go a long way to supporting my channel. Stay cool, stay frosty. This has been Retroburn. See you in the next video.